Imagine a revolutionary movement, theoretically based on the urban working class, thriving and eventually seizing power in a country where the vast majority of people lived in rural areas. It seems like a contradiction, doesn't it? Yet, this is precisely what happened in China under Mao Zedong's leadership, and his approach was truly groundbreaking. What made Mao's peasant strategy unique in China was his radical reorientation of the communist revolution from the traditional Marxist focus on the urban proletariat to the rural peasantry. He saw the impoverished and oppressed peasants not just as mere allies, but as the primary and essential force for a successful revolution in a predominantly agrarian China. This was a profound shift that set the Chinese Communist Party apart. The core mechanism behind this unique strategy was Mao's astute recognition of China's demographic and economic reality. In the 1920s and 1930s, China was overwhelmingly an agrarian society, with over 80% of its population living in the countryside. A classical Marxist revolution, centered on factory workers in industrial cities, simply did not fit the Chinese context. Mao understood that the immense numbers of landless or poor peasants, who faced severe exploitation from landlords and foreign powers, represented an enormous, largely untapped reservoir of revolutionary energy. He adapted Marxist principles, viewing the peasantry's grievances and sheer numerical strength as the critical foundation for establishing a formidable revolutionary base. This innovative adaptation, often termed the sinification of Marxism, diverged significantly from the Soviet model and became the bedrock of his authority. To put this strategy into practice, the Communist Party of China implemented several key steps. They established secure rural base areas, known as revolutionary base areas, where the party could operate freely, govern, train troops, and expand its influence. Party cadres were sent into villages to live among the peasants, understand their needs, and mobilize them through promises of land reform and fairer treatment. Crucially, the Red Army, the military arm of the Communist Party, was strictly disciplined to treat civilians with respect, paying for supplies and assisting in farm work, a stark contrast to other armies of the time. This ensured deep peasant loyalty and support, which was vital for sustained guerrilla warfare against superior nationalist and Japanese forces. This revolutionary approach fundamentally inverted the traditional Marxist model. Instead of an urban insurrection, China experienced a prolonged rural struggle that, eventually, encircled the cities from the countryside. This grand strategy later became known as People's War, a powerful theoretical and practical framework that inspired anti-colonial and revolutionary movements across the globe, emphasizing the crucial role of popular support and guerrilla tactics in protracted conflict. Mao's success demonstrated that a disciplined, ideologically driven party could harness the power of mass peasant mobilization to achieve victory against seemingly overwhelming odds. Ultimately, Mao's unique peasant strategy was not merely a tactical adjustment. It was a fundamental reimagining of how a communist revolution could succeed in non-industrial societies. By elevating the peasantry to the vanguard, he provided the Communist Party of China with an enduring base of support and military strength, reshaping both revolutionary theory and practice, and demonstrating a distinct pathway to power built from the ground up in the vast agrarian landscapes of the world. His strategic genius lay in seeing revolutionary potential where others saw only backwardness.